Panthers are wrapping up their regular season and a chance to catch up with one of our favorite alums in Brian Dooley, Lena Davis, Greg Steiner. What a wild world this is. Brian Dooley still playing football in the state of Michigan, but you don't practice here. You just fly in for games. How wild is this USFL adventure to play out of town, come to town, and then fly back out?
Yeah, no, first off, man, I appreciate you guys having me. It's good seeing you both again. Been seeing a lot on you guys, man. You guys keep killing it, man. I love it. But yeah, to your question, it is different for sure. Living down here in Texas, after hearing some of the guys' stories with camp and all that, they said living down here is a little different, but it's also fun. You got all the teams down here, so everyone gets to know each other. And then kind of just traveling, you're pretty much on a plane going everywhere, wherever that team's kind of from. So, glad that, I got to stay in Michigan. We play up in Ford Field. And so, yeah, we get to travel. And anytime for the home game, we travel up to Ford Field and we travel with the other team. So you're putting two teams on one plane and you're getting up there.
Speaking of a wild ride, like Greg mentioned, you've been almost everywhere. You went to EMU, you got drafted by the Titans, and now you're at the Panthers. What kind of ride has that been like?
Yeah, no, it's been a fun ride. The relationships that I've been able to make throughout all the couple years that I've been doing it. It's awesome. I mean, all the guys that have been there with me through, Eastern Tennessee and now the Panthers. I mean, these guys are awesome. I mean, all the different coaches, players, medical staff. I mean, every single person, man, they're awesome.
You look back, playing now at the Panthers, they trained at Eastern in that 1 year they were here. How much interaction did you have? Did you ever keep an eye or interact with any of the coaches when you were here and think, well, that would be a good organization to end up with long term?
Yeah, so I think once when they were there, I think they were the Stars.
Right.
And some of the players from there are actually on our team now. One of our guards, Jake Burton, I mean, he's like one of the vets, one of the many vets in our team, and he is awesome. He's a guy that helps me every day in practice, took me under his wing a little bit and, has been helping me out with the guard position. So it was really cool seeing him from that time I was there and now I'm here. And then, Steve, man, our GM, he seeing him almost every day, even when they went from when the Panthers came there, seeing them walking around when they would practice there, it was like, it was kind of cool. So yeah, no, it was great.
Head coach Chris Creighton is known for impacting players on and off the field. What is one thing that he has stuck to you that he's told you in the past?
Oh man, he's had a lot of impact. Probably preaching about how you treat people in life. I mean, he was always about how you treat guys, and that was kind of my thing. Growing up was hey, you gotta be nice to people. You gotta respect people, and then if you do that, then they'll respect you. So he was big on that, and I mean he did. He taught me a lot when I was at Eastern, and that's just what I try to carry. Whatever team I'm on. So
in this portal era, you were at the start of it. The NIL all was getting going, and certainly you were made famous by your gift, of course, to Zach. But you look back at that, and again, you had opportunities to go elsewhere, decided to stay at Eastern. Similarly, you look at Max and what he's done and giving back. I mean, you look at the pillars of guys who've stood up to support this program. What does it say about the true EMU guys that bleed green and white and really want to keep giving back to this place?
Yeah, I mean, you gotta love it. And Max did. I mean, he loved it when he was there, and he still loves it. At the Raiders. I mean, shoot, he got a tattoo of it on his forearm, and
yeah, where's your
it's
tattoo?
No, I got nothing. I got scars. I got scars and broken bones. But no, it's awesome for what Max is doing and how much he's giving back. And it is tough for some of the guys in the portal now. Like you said, I was definitely one of those guys that had the opportunity to go play somewhere else. Money was thrown my way, but for me, it was a bigger. I was doing it for a bigger cause. I did. I mean, I loved the coaching staff. I loved the guys that were in the room. I believed in our team, and I just wasn't gonna leave for money. But I mean, I don't know. A lot of people can say it was a dumb decision, but I mean, I will most likely 98% of the time stick to it. But I mean, hearing what some of the numbers are now, I mean, it is unreal for what some of the money's getting thrown around. So I think looking back to it, it probably would have helped for what happened in the end game. But I mean, no matter what, I'm forever grateful for what Eastern Michigan did and what they the help that they gave me. So,
touching on what he just mentioned about the scholarship and your generous gift, how do you hope that inspires people at Eastern to live in your legacy of giving back, like you kind of mentioned, and just your unselfishness of that gift?
Yeah, God, a great question. I think it's kind of hard for me to say because I don't want people to be like, hey, give money, give money, give money.
Right, yeah.
Like 100% that's what people should be doing. But I look at it like if a guy is struggling or a team, like let's say the O-line for if the O-line needs waters, Gatorades, more food, like anything, like give like back to that. Cause that's like what my thing was. I was promised a lot of stuff to come my way when I was at Eastern, and unfortunately it didn't happen. But I had a plan that if I were to get stuff that people promised, it was going to go back to the O-line. I mean, and that's just not me saying that. Like, I was always open about anything that came my way. I mean, Coughlin knew about it. Both my roommates knew about it. I mean, I thought I mentioned it to you too, Greg. Like, I always wanted to give back no matter what. And I mean, I do want to do stuff with Eastern to like promote, to like getting money to do more stuff to give to Eastern, but it's hard. It's hard. I don't have that. I don't have that Mac. He's got a great support system. Brogan and DT Creel. I mean, those guys are just like what a crew to have. In Max's system. So like having that group of guys, it's hard. It's hard to top that. So I mean, hopefully sometime down the road, some of the guys that were in my class or on the team with me at the same time, we're trying to figure out what to do to like try to put ourselves back into the program somehow. So yeah.
Here with Brian Dooley, a surefire E-Club Hall of Famer when his time comes. I mean, you're still got a lot of playing days ahead of you, but you look back. I know you're a guy that loves watches. You love those mementos, and I know you got some for your O-line. You got some for Coach. What have you done now with the Panthers? Have you been breaking out any special gifts for the coaches there?
No, I haven't yet. Unfortunately, I did want to, but I just it got away from me. I did want to do it for the last game. It's just depending on if we're active, inactive stuff. I didn't know like how like that was going to turn out. But yeah, no, I definitely have thought about it. Sometimes we just buy each other some snacks and stuff going on down the road, but definitely like something to look into next year. hopefully, when I come back here and, we can, make something happen. But yeah, no, I've definitely given it a thought for sure. I did think about it because I wear my watches, for the pregame fits and stuff. So they have definitely asked about, like, oh, what kind of watch is that? What kind of watch is that? So I have thought about
dress
it.
up a little differently than you did at Eastern for professional football. Like I know you like to dress stylish.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it is a little different. I mean, I tried to bring this kind of style to Eastern, but it was the thing that was shot down. So I mean, it is what it is. But I mean, I did when once I did get to Tennessee and they talked about how we were able to. Oh, where'd I go? Here we go. How we were able to dress up and that kind of stuff. I'm like, oh, sweet. I can, finally show some stuff off. And the same thing down here with the Panthers. I mean, you gotta dress nice. You can, or dress down, however you want to call it. So it's nice.
Before we wrap this up, one last question from me. 2-time degree earner from Eastern. When someone says Eastern Michigan to you, what's the first thing that comes in your head?
Oh man, I mean, to me, it would just kind of be, if we're thinking football, I mean, I would say probably just like the family or the brotherhood aspect. If you're thinking just the school, oh man, I mean, I would just say like how fun it is.
Yeah.
I mean, not many people think of Eastern Michigan as being like a party school or whatever you want to say, but I still remember like most of my professors and some of the people in my class. I mean, I still talk to some of the guys that were in my sports management classes and my criminology classes. They we went through stuff. I mean, you're with them. If you're in a certain degree, like you're going to be with those people for your 4 years or 5 years. So like you do really build like relationships throughout the years. And the same with the professors. I mean, we had a professor that unfortunately died in COVID. She was very close to all of us, and she treated all of her students like they were her babies. And I mean, she took a lot of football guys under her wing, and that is like something that I've thought about in like later on in life, like trying to do a scholarship, in her name in people in the criminal justice department. Cause like she was such a big influence, and she put so many people in the state highway patrol, in Eastern's police department. So, I mean, it is, I mean, the family aspect in general, just all the way throughout Eastern is just awesome.
You have your final home game at Ford Field coming up this weekend, and the playoff push is on. Certainly hope all the EMU folks can still make it to Ford Field, but kind of what's your biggest message to Southeast Michigan as you enter in this kind of playoff push?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully everyone can show up to this game. This our last home game right now, because unfortunately we're not going to be able to get home field advantage for that playoff game. So if we can't get that home field advantage, man, show up to this game right now and just get loud and active. It'd mean a lot to the team. Just coming out to show your support. Hopefully I can see you guys there. If you guys aren't too busy enough, man, I'd love to see all those Eastern guys there. So, but if not, I mean, just keep liking and retweeting and sharing all of our social media stuff, man, because it means a lot to us. And, we're nothing without the fans. And, I mean, we love all of our fans. I mean, they're just great. And, we wouldn't be here without them, to be honest. So I think we have a really good push, to keep going and even get to that championship spot.
Unfinished business. Last year the Panthers couldn't wrap it up. This year a different chance, and hopefully, I mean, you had some potatoes once before. I don't know what they're going to do.
Heck yeah!
Win a title.
Heck yeah! No, that was a game right there, man. I missed that. I still got my ring sits up in my room. I don't know if I have my ring here. I might actually, but I know that. I know that I still look back to that game all the time, man. That was a heck of a game between both teams.
Elena doesn't believe me, but Alex Jewell and I, after the fries were dumped on the field, we both took like a handful, stuffed them in our pocket.
Oh yeah, you weren't the only one.
And then I literally, he and I both bought some resin, and I've sunk the fries in that with the patch from that game, and I have a disc that sits at home that still has the French fries.
I love it. I mean, and that's like that's what you got to do. I mean, hey, at least he did that, and you got to put it probably next to the great turf. I mean, you probably got a sliver of the great turf.
That's true.
See
yeah.
that. See, there you go.
I'm better having the gray turf than like if it's my hair that's turning gray like Coach's. So.
Oh, see, I still got to get some of mine. They're trying to make me pay for it. I'm like, all right, sounds good. I put my blood, sweat, and tears.
I got you.
I'm trying to get that.
Listen, just come on by. We'll stick some in the back of the car.
Heck yeah, no, I got you. But no, I appreciate you guys very much, man.
Jules, appreciate it as always. Best of luck this weekend. We can't thank you enough.
Thank you, Greg, and I appreciate you guys having me.